yesterday, Sunday, was absolutely epic. That's Super Bowl champ James Jones.
What's going
That's
down?
the brilliant one and only Joy Taylor. This is Eagles all-time rushing leader, LeSean, Shady McCoy. Don't leave me hanging 2-5. Don't leave me hanging 2-5. Shady, did the Niners put all the concerns to rest? Are you as chill as I am about the Niners right now?
They put it to rest. They put it to bed. You know what, though? I've been talking about this over and over and over again. I think the greatest storyline is about Brock Purdy. That's cool. He had a really good game, right? They did good offensively. But it was really, what was it really?
That defense.
That defense.
Oh, yes, sir.
3 points? They gave up 3 points? Come on. You talked about the turnovers. You talked about the sacks. They got crazy busy giving out crazy work on defense. I talked about this over and over again. The real DNA, the real identity of this team is not Brock Purdy. It's not Christian McCaffrey. Nope. It's not Deebo Samuel. It might be Trent Williams. But overall, it's that defense. And they came out to play. I don't know if it was because Wilkes was not in the box, he was on the field, but whatever it was, they got it done. And another piece I love to see, Chase Young fit right in perfectly.
He did.
You ever play puzzles with your kids?
Yes, sir.
You're trying to figure out the puzzle, and then they just put it right there. He fit perfectly. Yep. For this defense and this team to be special, man, they got back to the DNA. They got back to the basics. That's stopping the run. That's playing great defense. That's getting turnovers. That's getting sacks. And that's winning games.
Yeah, they are brilliant. Brilliant when they're healthy.
Yeah, bang, bang.
And what is the one thing you can't guarantee in this league?
Health.
So you must sleep very well, because you must know something we all don't know. You gotta tap in with the big guys.
Yeah.
Because this is the most top-heavy team in the league. That's what we learned.
That's great.
This is the most top-heavy team in the league. Now, the top is topping, okay? They are great. When everyone's out there, when Trent Williams is there, when Deebo is there, Chase Young, that defense, the sacks, everything's rolling. Brock Purdy doing stuff you're not supposed to do, and it's working. George Kittle say, yeah,
give me that.
Yeah. Thank you. So when everyone's available, when everyone's healthy, who beating that? Not Jacksonville, who had won 5 in a row going into the weekend. Well-coached team, lots of talent. You can't beat that when they're healthy. So sleep well at night if everyone's available. Because if one piece is not available, if 2 pieces are not available, it looks like it did for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think they put concerns to rest for my money, James Jones. It's like the way that team played, and there was a lot of pressure going into that game. Because we said, at least I said, if the Niners lose to the Jags, they're just not that good. They're just not that good because they are a better team than the Jags. So if they beat the Jags, and we know they are exactly who we thought they were, Steve Wilkes coming down to the field, it was going to make a huge difference. We know just how valuable Trent Williams, we know just how valuable Deebo Samuel are. They proved their value once and again. So I was concerned about Steve Wilkes being on the field. Past that concern with flying colors. I was concerned about the defense being able to play that emotional style of football that made them the best defense in the league primarily over the last 4 years. They brought that back. I was concerned about Brock Purdy without his stars, but his stars are there again. And when I say stars, I'm just talking about those 2, and Deebo and Trent. They're back, they're available. I was concerned about some of the energy exchanging between the coaches. There were no issues. I have no concerns, James Jones. I truly have no concerns. Niners are exactly who we thought they were at the beginning of the season.
No question. I mean, you're talking about a healthy 49ers team. They give you so many different challenges. Like Deebo being in that offense to where you could throw these quick strings to, and what it opened up. Kittle down the field, Ayuk down the field, Brock Purdy getting more time because you got to account for those screen plays. But number one, they play Niners football.
Yes, sir.
Don't turn the football over. If you have to go 80, 90 yards on the Niners defense, teams over and over and over again offensively has showed you that they are going to make a mistake, and the Niners are going to capitalize on it. Brock Purdy took care of the football, made the throws when he had to, whether it was short or long, but did not turn the football over to put that defense in any bad situations. And Chase Young and that defense got after Trevor Lawrence. They really had him out there looking very, very, very average. It did not look like a team that has won 5 straight unless the Niners are strictly just that good when they are healthy. But this was a beatdown, and all the concerns is put to rest.
And this is the thing when I kept talking about the defense. Everybody thought I was tripping. But the problem is, even with Brock Purdy, the way he played, let's say he didn't have a game like that. Right? Let's say he protects the ball, but he didn't have a game like that. The reason why the defense is so strong for the Niners and the way they built this team up is because when you get turnovers, or not even 3 and outs, you get field positions. You get better offensive, starting your drives off better. Last game or yesterday, when they were starting their drives, they were already in their territory.
No question.
So when you turn the ball over, Brock Purdy as a young quarterback, we keep forgetting that he's only in his 2nd year as a starter. Think about that. How many second-year stars we just say, you know what, go ahead and do your thing. It doesn't happen like that. But he's had such a a really good run that we push the narrative of the storyline, right? But it's really the defense. Every time they get turnovers, now we don't have to force it. I don't have to force a pass in a tight window. Let's run the ball. Let's be safe. If we got to take 3, we can take 3.
Sure.
But when your defense is not playing the way they play, Niner football, it forces Brock Purdy to throw them type of passes and tight coverages. Yeah. You know, we got to force McCaffrey on different routes. Like, these things happen. We don't have to force nothing. The defense is playing ball. That's why I always said, for the 49ers, because every team is different. Yeah. You're right? Every team's different. For 49ers, their main thing and identity is the defense. And they showed up crazy in Jacksonville.
And the Niners want to play their style of football. And
That's their style. They bullies.
But what I mean by that is, when Kyle Shanahan's watching the defense and the defense might not be having a good day, the play calling changes.
Gotta be different.
And then now you're calling the plays, so, hey, I got to be a little bit more aggressive on this offensive end because we have to score. Brock Purdy has showed us when he's aggressive, he doesn't make smart decisions all the time with the football. Turnovers happen. So yesterday, it was clear cut that if the defense is playing well, he's going to make sure a lot of this stuff is safe for Brock Purdy as well. And he has the guys around Brock Purdy to be able to make sure he can keep that stuff safe with the Deebo Samuels and the Kittles and the gosh, they got everything. Christian McCaffrey, they got everything.
You're forgetting, guys.
Dak Prescott has won 12 consecutive games, I believe, against the New York Giants. Whatever it is a ridiculous number, a number I think that ties Roger Staubach as it pertains to franchise history as a team to beat a team consecutively. When you say Dak Prescott owns the New York Giants, he owns the New York Giants. Yeah. Shady McCoy, I got to ask you, man. I got to ask you. Because Dak Prescott, he proved something to me specifically.
Oh, wait. He proved this last game?
Last game.
I got to hear it.
There's a play that I want you to see. Y'all can just roll the play. Dexter Lawrence, first-team all-pro caliber talent, defensive tackle, 380 pounds. He is barreling down Dak Prescott's chest. We have a lot of conversation on this show. Does Dak Prescott have heart? Is Dak Prescott tough? I'm looking at you, LeSean McCoy, when I say this. He stepped into that throw, 370 pounds, 37-yard strike, dot, dime to Brandon Cooks. He proved to me, if nothing else, that he's tough. But Shady, you see the play. You played a lot of years. You spent a lot of great plays. What did Dak prove to you? What's this prove to you?
Well, I won't let this one play tell me who Dak Prescott is. I will say this, though. The Cowboys, they did what they were supposed to do, right? They had this is the NFL. I think the point spread was 17 points. It's the NFL. Yeah. It's not Texas versus Texas Tech. Sorry. But, you know what I mean? So I give them credit. They did what they're supposed to do. But can we be serious here? Can we be serious?
I'm being serious.
They played some volunteers, Giants team, right?
Volunteers?
Volunteers, like the
the replacements.
Like the replacements. Come on. Listen, the starting quarterback, Tommy. Come on, man. He's just happy to be there. It was a whole storyline of not how great he's playing or how he's impressive he looked in practice was, I'm living home with my parents to save my money. I'm like, he's letting me know that he's just happy to be here and he won't be here very long. And that's how he played. So I won't talk bad about the Cowboys because they look excellent. Yeah. Right? Even though I knew that was going to happen, actually, I took the spread. I knew it was going to win by that much. It's the Giants. A lot of guys are hurt.
You don't do that either.
I never take the spread. Guys are hurt, injured. They didn't want to play. What are they playing for? The Cowboys, they wrote them up. But they did what they're supposed to do. I will say this, though. Everybody has to stop hating on CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is legit. I'm going to say it right now. CeeDee Lamb is a legit #1 receiver, one of the top dudes in this league.
Yeah, we got to get.
And he don't get enough credit. And much as we give him credit to Dak Prescott for the Giants win, we got to give it to CeeDee Lamb.
Especially the last 3 weeks.
And the last thing I want to say about Dak Prescott.
Talk to me.
Playing against bad opponents, he showed me he's like that with them. I watched last year in the playoffs. He smoked Tom Brady in the Bucs. They're 9-18. They shouldn't have made the playoffs, but they did. He smoked them. Then he went to a really, really good team in the Niners, and you seen the performance. You didn't see none of that. You seen guys like Bosa coming in, he's ducking, taking a sack, throwing a pick, because that's what he really is.
But, Joy, it's been 2 consecutive weeks now, not against bad opponents exclusively. Obviously, Dak Prescott saw the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he threw for over 320 or so yards, had 3 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
This game...
And lost.
And definitely lost.
Yeah,
definitely lost. But we have now seen Dak actually have a really good season thus far. Yeah. Did he change your opinion yesterday? Did anything he do change your opinion?
There's nothing that Dak Prescott can do during the regular season to change my opinion. It's getting borderline disrespectful to Dak Prescott that he should have to prove himself week in and week out during the regular season to anyone. He was paid because he is a franchise quarterback. He has won big regular season games. He can perform week in and week out. He can have a performance like last night because he is a franchise quarterback. That is not a question to me. I know what Dak Prescott is capable of during the regular season. So I don't want to diminish yesterday's win. I didn't learn anything about Dak Prescott yesterday. Nothing about him. What did I learn in that game yesterday that I didn't know from the first time they played them? That they scored a couple more points this time around?
Offensively, Dak did better. Yeah. Remember the first time Shady was like, defense carried him, defense carried him, defense carried him. This game, 5 touchdowns. Dak is playing excellent football right now. Okay. That's fine. He played great against the Eagles. They didn't win, but he was not the reason that they lost. Yeah. He played excellent yesterday. None of it matters if they don't perform in the postseason. That does not diminish Dak Prescott. It actually, I feel like if I was Dak Prescott, I would be annoyed that week in and week out of the regular season, I have to be questioned about whether or not I've proven something. He's not a rookie. He's in his 8th season. He's not a rookie. He's not a developing quarterback. He's been paid as a franchise quarterback. He's won as a franchise quarterback. He's been to the playoffs as a franchise quarterback. He's won in the playoffs as a franchise quarterback. That's what he is. What I want to know about Dak Prescott is, can you do that when it matters in the postseason? Not in the first round, in the second round, because your goal as a franchise is to get to and win a Super Bowl. That is the question. And I know we do a daily show, and we have to react to them week to week. But no, Dak Prescott doesn't have anything to prove. Since he's 12-0 against the Giants since 2017. He has a 12-2 record against them. Yeah. He ain't worried about the Giants, and he shouldn't be. That's the record. That is the record. That is an NFL team. Everybody over there is professionals, even if some of them are replacements. At least this game. But his record before that was that, and the year before that was that. He runs the Giants. So, no, he doesn't have anything to prove to me during the regular season.
And on a solid note, just before you go, not even being funny, but some of them numbers, y'all need to look it up. Like, number 29, who is... Come on, for the Giants. You gotta look the numbers up, though. Come on, bro.
They're down bad right now.
It's like a third preseason game out there.
They're getting a check tomorrow, too, Shay. The direct deposit in the
direct deposit.
Make a tackle.
3 p.m.
Some of them are getting bigger checks than the others.
But one thing that Dak Prescott proved to me is he's coachable. After the 49ers game, he said, I blame myself because some of those plays I could have used my legs and got out of the pocket instead of forcing throws. After the Niners game, and I got some plays to show y'all, after the Niners game, this is what we were seeing from Dak Prescott. You don't have to run every time, but if you have to make a play with your legs, make a play with your legs. This is Philly. I'm not running, but I'm going to escape the pocket, give my receivers some time down the football field. Touchdown. That's what he wasn't doing against the Niners. And then yesterday, everybody covered. I'm going to use my legs because I'm an athlete as well, and I'm going to turn these plays into touchdowns. And they might not be touchdowns all the time, but if you were at 2nd and 10 instead of forcing the pass down the field, run, get 5. Get 7, get into it. So the last 3 weeks, Dak Prescott has been doing a much better job utilizing his legs, whether he's getting outside the pocket to throw it or he's running it. 80% of explosive plays, and a lot of them been going to CeeDee Lamb as well, but 80% of explosive plays is scramble plays, getting outside the pocket, buying time, giving those boys some extra time to get open, and it's working, and he's playing at a high level.
But his issue is not his issue with me is more when there's pressure. Not pressure as in like D tackles or D ends. Big moments, right, where their offense on the side, they're scoring points. Now I gotta score. Or the Giants, there was no pressure. It was like preseason game. Fair. Okay, they're gonna stop them. They're gonna stop them. Get the ball again. Now I can just try different things. I remember playing against certain teams. Right, I would say to myself, okay, on tape, they know me for shaking, doing this, doing that. So when I would play weaker opponents, I know we were going to win the game, I would try different things to put it on tape. Let's try things out. And even with Dak Prescott, I think there's just like throwing the ball deep. We haven't really seen it all year. Yesterday, they was throwing it deep. And I feel like he knew that, okay, we're going to get these guys, right? We're going to beat them. I ain't see Gallup go 40, 50-yard pass yet. But since yesterday, I did. So I'll say all that to say, I think the opponent is Dak's issue. If it's the Niners or if it's the Eagles or if it's whoever it is, that's who Dak really is. We need to see him play good like he did yesterday against the Giants, against a top opponent.
But I got a question for you, though, Shady. Does anybody actually play that good against the top opponent? Yeah. We will talk about this literally in 5 minutes. Right. Lamar Jackson, he is 7-2. We were just singing his praises on Friday's show. Against a top defense in the Cleveland Browns, he looked pedestrian. So does anybody play that good against top opponents? Even Patrick Mahomes this season, in some of those bigger time games, and this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about, even Josh Allen against top opponents this year. So I'm just wondering, like, top defenses rather, does anybody play that good?
It's funny because you speak on these other players, like this game, that game. But for most of Jack's career, we've seen this. A guy like Patrick Mahomes, he had a bad game against, some good teams. But overall, majority of the time, what's he going to do? He's going to ball. Another one, Josh Allen. He may have had times where he's not playing well, but against the top opponents, majority of the time, he's going to ball. My thing with Dak is I haven't seen a lot of that. I need to see against some top teams. I need you to ball.
Really, really, really good point.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.